Welcome to Buzz in the Tower, a podcast dedicated to the movies of the 1980s. Our mission is to take you on a most excellent adventure through time. Buzz in the Tower is so much more than a podcast. It's the map to One-Eyed Willie's treasure. And all you have to do is sit back, listen, and repeat after me. Klaatu! Barata! Buzz in the Tower answers the questions you didn't even know you had. Like, who would win in a fight, John Rambo or Hans Gruber? Or who is dreamier, Jake Ryan or Marty McFly? So as we rank, debate, and offer fresh takes of the best from 80s cinema, please remember, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and listen to a podcast once in a while, you could miss it. Don't forget to subscribe to Buzz in the Tower on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. For bonus content, you can find us on all social media channels by searching our handle @BuzzInTheTower. For more podcasts, information, or to contact us with topics you'd like us to talk about, visit our website, buzzinthetower.com. That's BUZZN, thetower.com. Buzz in the Tower is brought to you by Verde Media. Max, I couldn't be happier with the way our website looks.
So good.
Yeah, if you haven't had a chance to take a look at our website yet, you need to right away. These guys, website development, online marketing, they are outstanding. Am I exaggerating at all?
It is so choice. If you have the means, I highly recommend having them build you one.
I love it. I love it. Look, they're the best of the best. And working with John, their owner, a self-admitted 80s martial arts movie nerd, was an absolute joy.
Is that why you said the best of the best?
That is why I said. Yeah. That was a tip of the hat to John. They're more than our sponsor. They're our partner. And if you are looking to build a website, they are the group to go to. Find their link on our website and check them out, Verde Media. Today's episode, Yo Bartender, Jobu needs a refill. We are going to take all of the best practices from our favorite 80s films and put together the ultimate bar. A place where you'd want to go if everybody knew your name. A place where you'd want to have a beer, a cocktail, or even just spend a little bit of time reminiscing about the best decade ever. I'm Mo Shapiro, and with me as always, the bunny to my boiling pot of vengeful water, Max Sanders. And with that, let's make a drink.
I will not be ignored, Mo. Fatal Attraction. Let's do it.
You know, it's. I hope nobody thinks that that's the theme of the bar, the Fatal Attraction bar.
Well, that's what we dressed up for Halloween as. I was Glenn Close and you were Michael Douglas.
Oh,
I got
boy.
the perm and everything.
Terrifying costume. Oh, that's a terrible movie. It's not a terrible movie. No, it's a great movie. It's absolutely mortifying. It just really makes you think.
You know, people come up to Glenn Close on the street and say, "Thank you, you saved my marriage."
Oh my God, I believe that.
Yeah.
I absolutely believe that.
I called my girlfriend. I was like, "I love you so much."
That's amazing. So as the lead-in indicated, we are going to talk about building a bar, but using fictional pieces of bars from bars that were in movies. Can I say bars a few more times? Bar.
Yeah.
A little Roseanne bar, a little low bar, a little high bar. We're gonna
Rebar.
Yeah, rebar. We're gonna short stubby Susie bar, whatever. We are gonna build a bar, and we're gonna use
only 80s characters.
Only 80s, not only 80s movies, characters, names of bars. I mean, that's the whole shebang, right?
Yeah, this is Brewster's Millions, and we can create our dream bar.
Yeah.
In 1989.
So we don't usually spend a lot of time talking back and forth about the real world. We just talk 80s cinema.
What are you talking about?
But I think that
This is a bubble. This is a safe spot.
Look, you and I are only experts on a handful of things, right?
3 things.
80s cinema.
Yep.
What's the second that I'm not thinking
I
of?
just made
You
it
assumed
sound,
there was a
I made
third?
it sound like 3. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so 2 things really.
Yes.
We're only experts, and then bartending.
Yep.
So it's worth talking about our shared experience at a certain bar that is located. Yeah, I can't, because you're terrified of all the things. Like, I'm the one who's got, like, you know, more to lose. You're at a bar working as a bartender.
I have everything.
You have everything to lose.
Yeah.
You and I both. You currently worked, and I used to work with you at a certain bar in a certain town called Ann Arbor. That
Too much information.
Yeah, the largest bar. We just relax. You'll be okay.
Okay.
We won't tell any of the horrible stories. You know,
What horrible story?
none. Absolutely none. At one point worked.
It's like
at.
Voldemort. He who shall not be named.
Yeah, we will not name.
It's called Voldemort.
Why don't we just give it a fake name? Why don't we call it goal?
That I hate you.
Goal.
Fine.
Points. We'll call it points.
No.
We can't call it points. Give me a fake name to call
Voldemort.
it.
Call it Voldemort.
No, that's too wordy. Give me another fake name for it.
Call it the Deuce.
The Deuce. Okay, so that's where it started. That's where the Max and Mo show really started.
Yeah, we ruled.
We did, and it was only you and I. Nobody else was even competing. Our drawers, we were just cranking out sales. I mean,
we would put up 75% of the tips.
Yeah. So here we are now doing this podcast, and we've got between the two of us, I think you said it, like 25 years of bartending and managing and waiting and all that kind of experience.
And this podcast wouldn't have happened without the Deuce.
The Deuce, the old Deuce. So $1 Long Island at the Deuce. If anybody who has ever been in the city of Ann Arbor does not know what bar we're talking about, when we said $1 Long Islands, that should have tipped the hat.
Ann Arbor's code name. It's actually in Los Angeles.
There you go. Perfect. So we're ready. I mean, now everybody understands that we're professional bartenders. We're going to hop into what the meat and potatoes of this podcast is,
and we're 80sologists too.
Exactly. So you put these two things together. You blend this cocktail.
Mixology.
The mixology of this is we have the experience bartending and we have the experience with 80s cinema pop culture information. So now we are going to put together the Voltron, if you will.
I don't like
of
when you
bars.
do that. I don't know.
You don't know Voltron?
I don't know.
Oh, you got no Voltron.
I don't know cartoons.
It's when all the cats come together and make something beautiful.
I think Power Rangers.
Okay. Power Rangers, Voltron, same thing.
Same thing. Okay.
They're pretty close.
Right.
Voltron was way better. So we're going to start with the basic structure of this, right? So
yeah, ground up.
We have a handful of positions that we're going to cover. I'm just going to rattle them off really quickly so everybody knows. We're going to give this place a name.
Have to get a name.
Could
we be a cool place without the name on the door?
No, we can't be one of those underground places. That's the most non-80s thing ever. In 80s, it was like neon.
Yeah, it was.
Out there. Yeah, that's totally a hipster thing.
Fine.
So first position that we got to hire, we got to get some genius accountant, throw him in the back room. Because we got a lot of money.
That's weird. That's the first thing you think
yeah, because I know that the accounting hiccups that I've seen working at a bar.
It needs to be cool first, though.
That's the name. You start with cool, then you go back room.
The name is going to define the place?
Wait till we get the names.
All right.
Then, once you have the back room, you got money, you got to get a bouncer.
That makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense.
There's no one there.
Hey, let me get through my list. After we get the bouncer, got to have a waitress.
These are really superfluous positions.
No, they're great. After we get the waitress.
How long did bouncers or waitresses stick around at the Deuce? Not very long.
No, in fairness, if we're gonna make this place like the Deuce, it's not gonna work.
I feel like it has that vibe.
The Deuce, the fact that the Deuce has survived as long as it has and done as well as it has is a miracle. Yeah. It's incredible. Yeah. It's that Simpsons episode where all of the illnesses
Three Stooges syndrome
get stuck in the door at the same time. Yeah.
You have juvenile diabetes? Yes, a little bit. Hysterical pregnancy?
Excellent. Oh, I love that you know that reference. So we got the name of the bar,
right?
The accountant / back room,
very important.
Bouncer, waitress, and then we got to get a short order cook, which I couldn't.
Where's the bartender?
We're getting to him. It's one of the most important positions. You can't just lead with that. You got to wait until the end.
Lead with your strongest punch.
No.
That's what you taught me at the bar.
That's a different time.
You don't save your big punch for the end.
No, you do lead strong. You hop that bar immediately. We go from short order cook to our DJ. Then we need a band. And then we need a bartender.
You need a DJ and a band?
Yeah, you need both. This is a bar mitzvah.
A dance?
Yeah, we're going to make this beautiful.
Okay. Are they playing together or different nights?
Different nights. But you got to have them on deck to rotate.
Okay, like a salsa night?
Yeah. No, not a salsa night. DJ, band, bartender. You got to have a promoter, like a hype man, to fill the place up. Which, by the way, you were basically a promoter and hype man.
Well, I was just excited to be there.
No, you were definitely a promoter and hype man on top of being a bartender. And then the piece de resistance.
Yeah,
you got to have a regular.
Okay.
Now I can rattle off the Deuce's regulars right now. We got Silent Ben. Who else?
Rob.
Yep.
Tish.
Yep.
Horowitz.
Yep.
Zellner.
Yep.
Deal.
See, you're going new school. I go old school. You got Silent Ben, no cover guy.
Silent Ben. Yeah,
no cover guy and Silent Ben were there when I was there.
You like the weirdos.
So they are my Fabergé eggs. Yeah. They are the weirdest of weird.
I want my regulars to be normal people. Although if you spend a lot of time at a bar, you're probably not a normal person.
Not at all.
Yeah.
You're not even. You're talking like regulars that were there for the 3 or 4 years they were in college. I'm talking 20-year regulars at the Deuce.
I go whales. I want the money.
You want the money. You want the money. Okay, so we'll get to regulars.
Give me the money.
So these are the positions we're going to fill, and we have to fill them with characters and or names from 80s movies. And it's not just, we can't go to fantasy camp, right? Like I'm not putting Dutch and Dylan as my regulars. That's not true. I might put them.
Yeah.
Regulars will be the only one where I'll allow anything. Anything will go for regulars. But the other positions, if you name a bartender, they have to be a bartender in the film that they're representing. Yeah.
I'm going to argue against.
No, you have to. Who are you going to put in there? You're going to put like Johnny Five from Short Circuit as your bartender?
Don't make me delete my notes.
Am I already dipping into your notes?
Your mama was a snowblower.
Oh, man. See, this is terrible. All right.
How's that? Is that a good Johnny Five?
That was a great Johnny Five.
Thank you.
Yeah, it felt good. It felt strong.
Actually, the fake name I had for the bar, I know we're using real names.
You have a couple fake ones? I'll let you through
I have one.
fake ones
I have
out
one.
there.
Johnny Five's Electric Vibes.
I like that.
Right? Or you could call it J5's E-Vibes.
I like J5s.
Yeah.
I've got one fake name.
Okay.
G.I. Joe, a real American bar.
That's pretty good.
You like that?
Yeah.
That was my fantasy dream is when I studied abroad in Australia.
to open a G.I. Joe bar?
To go back to Australia and open up a bar, because Australians love Americans.
Yeah,
Open up
true.
a bar called G.I. Joe's, a real American bar with over-the-top Americana everywhere.
I love that. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'll take you with me. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I ever do it, I promise you'll come with me.
Oh, my God. To Australia.
You'll be my hype man.
Don't the toilets, they flush the opposite direction?
Well, the toilet doesn't flush. The water falls that way.
Whatever.
You're on the other side of the equator. Science, yeah.
That was Bart Simpson, wasn't it?
No, I actually just knew that because I was in Australia.
Oh.
Did I mention I was in Australia?
Were you in Australia?
I was. Played rugby, did all types of cool stuff.
Well, I've been to Italy during the World Cup
Ooh.
when they won.
How old were you?
21.
Oh, wow.
It was insane.
It was a total waste of a ticket. You probably don't even remember being there.
Remember what?
All right, are we ready?
Let's do it.
So we threw out a couple fake names. Let's get to the real ones.
So does Roadhouse count? Can I just go Roadhouse?
I guess you're going first. Go ahead, Max.
No.
You jerk. Go ahead, do it.
That's not the name of the bar. It's the
I
name
know.
of the movie.
I know where you're going next.
Yeah, but can we call it Roadhouse? Just
Call
say
what Roadhouse?
Roadhouse.
What are we calling Roadhouse?
Our bar.
Instead of Deuce?
The Deuce? I mean, this is a new bar.
The new bar has to have a name that was a name of a bar in its movie. So no, you cannot call our new bar Roadhouse.
So what did Roadhouse mean, anyways? Is that just the name of like a
It's a
dirty
roadhouse.
bar?
It's a roadhouse.
That's what it was?
It's a roadhouse.
Is that what you called it?
Sure,
Just
it's
keep
a
saying it
roadhouse.
over and over again. It doesn't explain it.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
You're first. What's your first name that you're throwing out? Now, remember, for the listeners at home, I love saying that. It feels so professional for the
Right?
listeners at home. You're going to give a suggestion. I'm going to give a suggestion. We're going to fight. We're going to agree. We're going to move on to the next part of this. If we both happen to give the same suggestion, we'll just kind of talk about how awesome it is and then move on. We've not shared lists on this one. Sometimes we do. This is one we have not.
Yep.
So I'm going to let you go first. What is, and I will do a couple runners up after we already identify what ours were. So what is your choice? Give me your choice. Number one, name for our bar.
Okay, now you're going to have to follow me. Hold my hand, all right?
Man. Why could this be complicated? This isn't meant to be complicated. All right.
You remember a little movie about high school science kids who invent a laser? I believe it's called Real Genius.
Oh, God. If you're going to name this bar Val Kilmer's Place, I'm not going to accept
No.
this.
This is a real
All right,
bar.
I'm listening.
So,
Yes, I remember Real Genius.
When Kent destroys the glass and they actually make the real laser and it
Yes.
goes all the way through the campus.
Yes, because they figured out they had to freeze the laser.
They did.
That's how they did it,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
So the laser goes all throughout campus.
All through the camp. Oh,
And-
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
It just hit me. All right. I approve. This is valid. I approve.
So they're following it all through town.
Yep.
Bam! It hits like an advertisement sign for a bar called Purgatory, home of the real limbo burger.
It is possible to synthesize excited bromide in an argon matrix.
That's hotter than the sun.
It's small. It's supposed to be small.
Ready? Laser on. All right. Wow.
Sorry about the window, sir.
And the trees across the quad!
And they're like, let's go get a drink. And inside, there's girls fighting, there's pool tables, 80s hair, bikers, and also these guys talking about national secret lasers. I want that bar. Purgatory is a good name, too.
I'm impressed. I don't usually say this to you. I'm going to give you all the props in the world because a lot of these, there's not a ton of options. So you dug deep. I didn't even have that on my list. So I will.
I was pretty pleased. I actually watched Real Genius with my girlfriend for the 9,000th time.
Wait, this is big though. This is big because remember when you watched Goonies and didn't like it and I almost threw you off the show.
Yeah,
so
that's why I stopped dating.
Yeah, so if she didn't like Real Genius, would that have been a deal breaker for
Well,
you?
we've already established I can't talk to girls. I'd let it slide.
Yeah, that's fair. But did she like Real Genius?
Loved it.
Okay, good.
So many montages.
So many.
I was like, time for another montage. It's like we just got done with one.
Oh my gosh. So you picked Purgatory. That's your choice for the.
Yeah. I mean, can I talk about a few others or no?
Well, let me do mine.
Yeah, go.
So you don't accidentally talk about what mine is.
Don't want to step on it.
You don't want to step on it.
Going classic?
I am going
Original Coke?
So, all right, I'm not going to do this. We'll talk about the others. This is what I landed on. A long time ago, two young lads
Okay.
were backpacking in Europe.
I have no idea where you're going.
Specifically, London.
What?
Yeah. And they were a little bit lost. It was cold, and they found a pub where they could warm up and have a drink. And the name of that pub was the Slaughtered Lamb,
What is this?
an American Werewolf in London.
You're right, it is a pub. Okay, well, what do you say? We go in for a little food, huh? Drink, rest.
The Slaughtered Lamb.
That's kind of strange.
Where's the lamb?
It's probably inside getting cold. Come on.
No, really. What kind of ad is that for a pub?
I don't know. Would you rather the Hilton?
All right. But whatever happens, it's
my
your fault. Right.
All right, come on.
Okay.
You haven't seen this yet, have
No,
you?
I don't like horror movies.
It's a horror movie, but it's like a funny horror movie.
It's like Michael Jackson thriller looks to it.
Well, that's because so it's funny that you mentioned that. So John Landis, who directed and wrote An American Werewolf in London.
Did Thriller?
Well, he did Thriller because Michael Jackson was such a huge fan of this movie, and he got him to do Thriller. So it's these two guys going to this pub, and it's you have to imagine this is like a classic hole in the wall. They walk in there. Everybody stops talking. They stare at these two Americans who sit down, and they are not given any warm welcome. They just ask for some tea so they could warm up a little bit, and then they get more of a warm welcome. And then they look on the wall, and it's the 5-pointed star of the devil with candles around it to keep werewolves away. And
So you want a satanic bar?
Yeah, it's not a satanic bar. It's got this rich history, and there's so much just story to it.
But
I
there's
love it.
actual werewolves.
And also, even above and beyond that, the bar itself will be whatever we make it, but the Slaughtered Lamb is a really cool name.
That's
for
a gnarly
bar.
name.
That's a really cool
Yeah.
name. And you should see like the sign was on the outside. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Is it like room temperature beer London kind of thing?
Yeah.
That's not...
We'll make the bar. This is just the name. This is just the name. Okay. Just the
Slaughtered
name.
Lamb is pretty good.
All right. So,
For a name.
I wanted
So
to be creative.
So the name doesn't give us the vibe of the place.
No, well,
Okay.
it'll affect the vibe. I
Yeah.
mean, certainly the Slaughtered Lamb is. There's a little bit of and Purgatory.
Yeah.
You and I should just step back and look at that Purgatory and the Slaughtered Lamb.
Yeah, a little bit dark.
Not really a place for a fine, nice Christian, but whatever. We'll deal with it.
So a few other names.
Yeah. What do you got?
Howard the Duck. The Cherry Bombs play at a bar called The Box. Like the name, The Box.
Oh my God.
There's actually a bar in New York called The Box too.
Sure,
Where weird stuff
sure.
happens too. And you got Cocktail. You got the Cell Block. That seemed pretty cool.
Yep.
You know, we could wear inmate stuff.
Inmate clothes. Okay. All right.
And what about Double Deuce?
The Double Deuce. So the Double Deuce was such a layup for me. Like I just was
It
afraid.
seemed boring.
And I was afraid if we went the Roadhouse route that we would just be doing everything for the Double Deuce, and I'm gonna have to hit that later. So I got a couple that really were close for me.
Okay.
Two in particular that I was actually three. There's three that I really wanted. The first was the Blue Oyster Bar from Police Academy.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to own a cop's car. Cop's bar.
It wasn't a cop bar. It was.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, just all right. Don't worry.
Yep.
You do the research. You'll know what it is.
Leather.
Yeah, the Blue Oyster Bar was one for sure. The other one, this is a fun little fact, and it took me kind of going back and watching it to even catch it. Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Club Obi-Wan.
No
that
way,
was the name of
really?
the club.
Yeah.
It was a tip of the hat to Lucas, but it
that's
was
so cool.
I thought that was really cool. And then
also Indiana Jones, the Raven in the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're doing the drinking contest.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then my last one that I was this was the one that probably came the closest to fighting with the Slaughtered Lamb, the Ink and Paint Club.
Roger Rabbit.
Please, Eddie. Is that good?
Yeah, it's pretty
Is that
good.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, whatever.
Yeah, and you have like the back room, all
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
yeah. And I thought actually the Ink and Paint Club would also be a really cool name for like a tattoo bar.
It's a great name.
It would be
in
a cool
general.
name for a tattoo bar.
What about the Cantina bar from Star Wars? Is that in
Yeah,
the
but
second
that's
one?
because it's in the first one, which is not in the 80s. I looked into that too.
Is Empire? Is there a bar?
No.
Oh,
No bar in Empire.
damn it.
All right.
I want aliens playing saxophones and clarinets.
So now we take our two selections and we got to land on one. So are we going to go with Purgatory or Purgatory from the movie Real Genius or the Slaughtered Lamb from An American Werewolf in London? How strong do you feel about Purgatory? Are you anti the Slaughtered Lamb? Where's your head's at?
What about combining the two in
The Purgatory of the Slaughtered Lamb?
Yeah.
No. And by the way, that name that's terrifying.
Yeah. You know what? I like Purgatory, but it's a stretch. Let's do Slaughtered Lamb.
The Slaughtered Lamb?
Yeah, sounds fun.
All right. I wasn't going to make a stink because there's other positions that you and I are going to buck heads on. So
Yeah.
I wasn't going to make a stink either.
Yeah.
So I get rock, paper, scissors this one. It's up to you.
I do like Purgatory too now.
All right.
I was trying to be nice.
You were trying to be nice.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Nice doesn't make good radio.
Hey, you know what? You take Purgatory because I'm going to get aggressive
Okay,
on
we're
others.
Purgatory.
I
Yeah.
can go with Purgatory.
Not Homo the Real Limbo Burger. We're taking that out.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
What?
No, that's the name of the bar. Name of the bar is the name of the bar.
Oh, damn it.
So you're about to give me
Yeah.
slaughtered lamb. Yeah.
Fine. Take it.
All right. And plus, it's like a little tip of the hat to Silence of the Lambs, which we can't talk about because it's not in the 80s.
Do the voice.
Which voice?
You know the voice.
Do you want me to do Lecter or do you want me to do Buffalo Bill?
You know exactly what I want.
Well, whatever. We'll get to it later.
Come on.
Or,
Was she
or
big?
wait.
Was she big? Was she big? Fat?
Was she a big, great fat lady? Oh, wait. Oh, good.
All right.
Give me back my dog. Precious. You have no idea what pain is.
That's more than I wanted.
All right. Well, there you go. You ask and you shall receive.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to our backroom genius.
Insane. I don't know why you're doing it.
You gotta because we gotta have a numbers guy. We gotta have a backroom genius.
It's like we don't even have numbers to begin
we
with.
need a business manager, an all-around business manager.
BIZNUS.
Now you gave the first one last time, correct?
I did.
Okay, so I'm gonna give the first one this time. I think you're gonna like this a lot.
Bring it.
I'm going with Joel from Risky Business.
Landed to production. I concentrated on sales. All right. So you took her to dinner twice. What'd that cost you?
About 30.
With tip?
Okay, maybe 35.
Movies. Any movies?
3 movies,
$20.
roughly.
Parking.
I park on the street.
Gas.
Maybe $6.
All right, Stan. You're in for roughly $60-odd. And, what happened?
She slept with Jacobson.
That's all I'm saying.
What?
Yeah, legit. Think about it.
A high school kid?
A high school kid who literally put together a prostitution ring and
Right.
made hundreds of thousands of dollars in one night. And he's the type of guy I want running our bar from the back room.
So, from a legal standpoint, we're starting at a rough spot. You really want someone who is majoring in illegal enterprises and blackmailing a guy from Princeton?
To be totally fair, I'm not. Well, actually,
He might destroy your car, too. You love your car.
I do love my car. I love my truck. It's a great truck. No, I'm sticking with this. I'm not going to let you bully me out of this.
You see, Rebecca De Mornay is going to be at our bar just pulling tricks.
If she wants to work at the Slaughtered Lamb, then so be it. I'm not going to tell her no. But listen, Joel, he's got energy, he's got charisma, but he's a genius. He is a true business genius. He gets the business world. He's not going to let us go underwater.
He gets hedonism, and he's out it for himself.
Hey, pick what's yours? You're already debating mine. I don't even know what yours is.
Okay, I have a real, salt of the earth guy.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
all
from
right.
a movie you made me watch, and I hated it, but thank God that...
Oh, I'm
I
real
got to
interested.
yeah.
No, that narrows it down. There's a lot of movies I've made you watch.
I'm
that you
going
hate.
Brantley Foster, a.k.a.
Oh, Carlton Whitfield.
Yeah.
Oh, secret to my success. I love it.
All right, Foster. Let's do it.
Hello. This is Carlton Whitfield, 4319. That's right, I'm still waiting for that secretary I requested last week. Well, I realize you're busy down there, but I'm typing my own letters and answering my own calls, and it's getting to be a pain. Empty. Well, I've been here a week, got my name on the door, got a desk full of supplies, and got a geranium on my window ledge. What I don't have is a secretary.
Michael J. Fox. I mean, I'm so glad this came in handy. This movie's terrible.
It's not terrible.
It's really... the whole movie's that I have 2 dates to prom, basically, just over and over.
No, it's not.
But he's from Kansas, salt of the earth.
Salt of the earth guy, yeah.
Good parents.
Yeah.
Works really hard.
Yeah.
Looks at all the books, knows the company inside and out, makes bold moves, doesn't ask anybody else. And in the end, he saves the company for the people around it.
You know, you gave me this moral lecture on Joel. I just want to point out that in this movie that Brantley Foster has an affair with his uncle's wife, his aunt.
Didn't know it at the time.
It didn't matter that he didn't know it. He still did that. So don't tell me that Joel can't do it just because he was doing a little bit of embezzling.
But when it came to the books, he was honest.
Joel was honest on the books.
No, he wasn't.
He just wasn't honest to his mom and dad.
If you're robbing a bank, it doesn't matter if you're nice to the
He
customer.
counted the money. That's all I care about. Oh, man.
I win this.
You know you do because I really
Yeah.
like yours.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really all right. We're hiring Brantley.
Woo!
But we have to call him Carlton Whitfield.
Yep. I'll put 5'4" of him too. We can boss him around.
Awesome.
How tall
Awesome.
is Michael J. Fox?
5'4".
Really?
I mean, he's short. I don't know if he's 5'4", but he is short.
Yeah. Teen Wolf. That's hard to see him as a
I
basketball
know,
player.
right? Okay, so we've got the name of the bar,
Yes,
which
we do.
is the slaughtered lamb.
Love it.
We've got our accountant / backroom manager, which is
Carlton
Whitfield.
He's changed his name legally to that.
Secret of My Success. And now, Max, let's hop into a position that's really close to my heart. This is the first job I ever got in the bar industry. I actually got one at the Deuce, quote unquote, but I also worked at another Irish pub in Birmingham,
You were a
Michigan.
hostess? That's cool.
Not a hostess.
Yeah. You look good in a skirt.
I would look good in a skirt. Dick O'Dow's Irish Pub in Birmingham. I was a bouncer.
It's a great name.
It's a pure, authentic Irish pub. They actually shipped all of the bricks over from Ireland and had an Irish priest bless it when they opened it. It was pretty cool.
Are we sure that happens? Because there's a place in Ann Arbor that says the same thing.
Well, they told me it happened, and I believe them. And I was a bouncer there.
I feel like they're just telling us lies.
Could be. I believed it. But yeah, that was my first service industry position, was as a bouncer. I loved being a bouncer. I mean, that was bartending is a blast, but sitting outside in that line and
You have authority issues.
I do have serious.
I don't like
so well put. I could not imagine you were a bouncer for more than 5 minutes without being like, get me out of here. Oh, that's good. All right, so bouncer. Is it my pick first? Because I think I forgot. We swapped.
No, it's my turn.
Nope, it's your turn to go first. What do you got?
Now, I know you said that they need to be in the field in the movie.
Yeah, they have to hold the position in the movie.
I have a close... I don't care. This works, okay?
You are flustered.
Yeah.
You are not going to say no to this. You're not going to let me say no to this.
No, I'm bulldozing
I'm
you.
going to veto it if it's out of left field. You can't just pick some ridiculous... You can't tell me you want Howard the Duck to be your bouncer.
Okay, well, first of all, I would love to have Howard the Duck be my bouncer. He knows Duck Foo.
Duck Foo,
yeah.
God.
But no, that's not the guy. Now, you got to hear the whole argument before you say anything, okay?
Oh, you should. All right.
Talk back and forth, but you
No,
can't cut me off.
I will not. I won't cut you off. Go.
No,
What's
you got
your
to talk
argument?
back and forth.
I'll talk. All right. Give me your argument. Give me your argument.
Give me a hug. Okay. I'm going Rocky 3. I'm going Mr. T.
Get out while you can. Don't get a sucker no statue. Give him guts. I told you I wasn't going away. You got your shot. Now give me mine.
Why don't you get the hell out of there?
Shut up, old man. I ain't going nowhere. And why don't you tell all these nice folks why you've been ducking me? Politics, man. This country wants to keep me down. Keep everybody weak. They don't want a man like me to have the title because I'm not a puppet like that fool up there.
You know, you've got a big mouth, you know?
Why don't you come out and close it, bad boy? Come on. Come on.
How can you go Rocky 3, Mr. T?
So let's take a little trip back.
All right.
So Mr. T.
Clubber Lang.
Yeah. He's born Lawrence Turidad.
Well, hold on. Are we talking about Mr. T, the real person? Or are we
real
talking about
person.
Oh.
Who's Mr. T?
I know where you're okay.
Okay.
I happen to know where you're taking this. I'll allow the conversation, but I don't know that.
Yeah, you're going to allow it.
I'll allow the conversation. Go ahead.
He changed his first name legally to Mr. T when he was 18 years old. How awesome is that?
It's awesome.
Because it's actually kind of a socio-political thing because his parents never got any respect and he decided that he was going to force people to give him the Mr.
Sure.
So fighting capability, muscles, dude's 5'10", 235. He was a bouncer in Chicago.
Yeah.
And he worked at a spot called Dingbats on Rush Street. And the jewelry actually came because he would wear jewelry people lost in fights. And that's how he got the over-the-top look. If you lost a piece of jewelry, you'd have to go up to him the next day and say, that's my gold chain. And he'd decide whether he's going to give it to you or not. And the mohawk, the intimidation, he was in over 200 fights, sued multiple times, but won all the cases. Quiet. Don't give me that look.
Let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done.
So he also did bodyguard work for Michael Jackson, Muhammad Ali, Diana Ross, and Steve McQueen. Did that for a decade. He won 2 Tough Man competitions on national TV. One was the toughest bouncer on NBC in the block of the Sunday Games television.
This is madness. I'm putting a stop.
No, I'm almost done. So he beat up a 285-pound bouncer from Honolulu to win 22nd KO. And then he also was on The Games People Play, which is a crazy show apparently on NBC. He finished the competition in 54 seconds by knocking out someone. And he told Brian Gumble afterwards, he goes, I don't hate him, but wait for it, I pity the fool. Now, Sly Stallone watched that show, and created the Mr. T character for Mr. T. So he wrote the script. He used his own name. He is a bouncer.
Max.
No.
I'm going to allow it.
Yeah.
Only.
He was a bouncer.
I'm only going to allow it because you just stole 5 minutes of my life that I can't get back to hear.
You don't find any of that fascinating?
I find it fascinating, but it doesn't matter. Clubber Lang is who the character is. You're pulling a fast one. I'm going to allow it. I'll tell you why. The real reason I'm going to allow it is because my choice is the obvious choice and there's not going to be a debate. Dalton, Roadhouse.
We've got entirely too many troublemakers here. Too many 40-year-old adolescents, felons, power drinkers, and trustees of modern chemistry. It's going to change.
Man, that sure sounds good. But a lot of the guys who come in here, we can't handle one-on-one. Even two-on-one.
Don't worry about it. All you have to do is follow 3 simple rules. 1, never underestimate your opponent. Expect the unexpected. 2, take it outside. Never start anything inside the bar unless it's absolutely necessary. And 3, be nice.
This is the only time where I'm not going to get creative and I'm not going to get fancy. There is no other bouncer in any generation of film, not just the 80s, that you're going to convince me that we should hire at the Slaughtered Lamb.
That's the right name for
with
it.
Carlton Whitfield in the back room. You're not going to, Mr. T is a tough guy, but he's no Dalton.
So you think
he's no Dalton?
You think
Say it. He's no Dalton.
Pain don't hurt.
That's right.
Do you think Whitfield would be okay with $5,000 up front and $500 cash?
That's right. That's right. Because that's what we're going to pay him, and I'll pay him whatever he wants.
That even now, that's a lot of money.
I don't care. He deserves it.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
He is the coolest guy.
Yeah. Dalton. I give you an A for creativity.
Yeah.
But we're for sure going with Dalton. The only argument that I would have was with myself, which is, do you take Dalton or Wade Garrett? And
I love Wade's hair.
Yeah. I mean, but you got to take Dalton because he's old.
Wade's a recluse too.
Yeah.
Bad knee.
And I would also throw in there real quickly before we land on who we don't even need to land on it. I already know it's going to be Dalton because I'll pull my veto card on you, but Andrew Dice Clay, Pretty in Pink. That was the other one where I was like, I wouldn't mind having him as our bouncer. He was great.
So can we get a package deal here? Jack from Roadhouse, the fat guy with the mullet that just loved everything Dalton did. Can
because once we hire Dalton, he'll hire his own crew.
I love fat guys that tuck their shirt in and are okay with it. Is that weird?
It's not the weirdest thing you've said today, but it's close. The Slaughtered Lamb, Carlton Whitfield in the back, and Dalton.
Is Whitfield going to be okay with Dalton?
Dalton's our bouncer. I will not entertain anything to the contrary.
One quick question though.
Yes.
Dalton's a fixer. Like your bar is in shambles. He comes to bring it back up.
We don't know that. That's just what he did at the Double Deuce. He was working at another bar prior to that.
It's true.
And by the way, our bar, by the time we're done with it, is going to need some fixing.
Fair.
All right.
He'll keep us in line.
Are we ready?
Do you want to hear something fun?
Yes.
Bill Murray calls Kelly Lynch's husband every time Roadhouse is on TV.
Max, you know what I love more than anything else in the world?
What?
When I know more about something you do. Bill Murray and all of his brothers call him whenever he's on TV. They call the husband who wrote the script and they say, hey, your wife's making love to Patrick Swayze.
That's incredible.
And he also co-wrote Scrooged. So one time, I think this is where the relationship started because that's how Bill Murray got comfortable enough to do this. One time, Bill Murray called from Russia because he saw it on television in Russia and was like, hey, I'm watching your wife's making love to Patrick Swayze.
He was doing Stripes?
Yeah, it was great.
So what about, just for another one, Scott Howard from Teen Wolf? Could that be possible? No, unrealistic.
Absolutely not.
Jackson from Bloodsport?
No.
He's even fun.
Neither of these are bouncers.
Jackson's a fighter.
Not a bouncer.
He had a beer in the first
Not a bouncer. Say it with me. Not a bouncer.
Bouncer.
You failed this entire one. I'm disgusted by. Moving on.
Well,
Waitress.
Dalton won. Yeah.
Waitress.
Okay.
I'm up because I listened to you talk about Mr. T for an hour and a half. Oh, Max.
4 minutes.
Max, I'm torn on this one. Oh, man. I still haven't made my mind up.
Is this a bottle service girl or is this a half bartender?
No, this is a pure waitress.
Okay.
Pure waitress.
100% uncut waitress.
Yeah. I've got 2 and I'm torn on. You know what? I'm going with my heart, not with my brain. I got it with my heart.
It's a good way to go.
Max, there's a little movie called The Muppets Take Manhattan. Finally, you get to make the Manhattan joke because you always say every Muppet movie takes place in Manhattan. This one does. Yeah. The Muppets Take Manhattan.
Is this Miss Piggy?
This is not Miss Piggy.
Oh.
In The Muppets Take Manhattan, our friends make their way to Manhattan to
this
be
person
on Broadway.
doesn't exist.
Can I finish, please?
Okay.
Thank you very much. They make their way to Manhattan because they're going to put on a Broadway show, but Kermit and the gang's got to get a job in the meantime. So Kermit gets a job at a little restaurant called Pete's Luncheonette.
Okay.
Pete's the owner. He's also the short order cook. His daughter, Jenny, a wonderful young lady, kind, giving, and loving.
You love describing Muppet movies more than anything.
Jenny is my waitress.
So what's the third part of your plan?
I don't think there's going to be one. I feel like I'm being a phony, and I can't take it anymore. I don't know what to do next.
All right. Moping time's over. How about a little exercise?
Well,
I knew you wanted to.
oh, dear Lord, not jogging.
Come on, let's go this way.
Okay.
Feel better?
Yeah.
Good. Exercise does the trick.
Yeah. Stretch the old frog legs.
I want her. She worked with Rizzo the Rat. She worked with Kermit the Frog. She's a beautiful young woman.
So she works with hallucinogens that don't actually exist?
Listen, If you say the Muppets don't exist again, I'm going to leap across the table and slap the Mr. T
You said I
off
couldn't
your
do
face.
Johnny Five. I wanted Johnny Five.
Johnny Five was not a bouncer or a waitress
But
or an accountant.
was
This is a
physically-
waitress.
Yeah.
This is a waitress. It's an actual waitress.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Why is this so confusing for you?
Who's the actress?
I don't care.
Okay.
It's irrelevant.
Was she great?
No. I don't know that she's been in anything other than this, but she was Jenny the waitress.
Was she a good
in the
waitress?
Muppets. She's a great waitress. And
What was her tip? Like, what percentage?
She put her arm around Kermit when he was sad. Piggy thought that Kermit was having an affair with her. It was very dramatic. There was a lot going on.
So the fact that she's good with felt is the reason you like her.
No, because she's the type of kind, loving attitude. We need to balance this place out. You can't have Dalton and Carlton Whitfield without having, it's the slaughtered lamb. You got to have some balance.
So she's working at a luncheonette, though. She going to be okay?
Yes.
1 in the morning.
Absolutely.
Guys bumping against her.
She's in Manhattan, buddy. She's a waitress in Manhattan. Troy, Michigan or Ann Arbor, Michigan is going to seem easy to her once she comes on board.
I don't like this at all.
Who do you got?
What was your head? What's your head pick?
Who's yours?
What was your head pick?
I can't tell you.
Oh, come on.
I'll wait until you tell me who your other one was. It might be the one that I was thinking
You're going to
of
like
doing.
it, actually.
I bet you it's the one I was thinking of.
Going Kate Beringer?
I have no idea who that is.
It's Phoebe Cates in Gremlins.
Just don't bite me. Wait a minute.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So first of all, Phoebe Cates,
Yep.
A+ all around.
Love Phoebe Cates. Yep.
So I rewatched this last night for the scene when the Gremlins start getting evil. They're in the bar. There's like 50 of them, and she's bartending, like actually bartending. Like she has straws in the cocktails.
Yeah.
She's pouring beers.
Yeah.
She's giving people water and popcorn. Well, not
Yeah.
people, Gremlins.
Gremlins, yeah.
Yeah. One of the Gremlins pulls a gun on her, and she's okay with it.
Yeah.
And she's even lighting cigarettes, like hand lighting them with little matches and all. So to be that calm, I mean, that's kind of what drunk people are like.
Gremlins.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I would call someone a gremlin. But
I think I have called someone a gremlin before.
yeah, so she's doing like all the proper techniques.
This is a much better pick than Mr. T and your absurd 5 minutes diving into his entire history. Before we debate on who we would pick, I got to give you my runner-up that you wanted to hear. I was afraid you were going to pick my runner-up. Sarah Connor.
She's a bad waitress.
I don't care, dude. Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor was a waitress in Terminator. And if you think about toughness, if you think about who you want to have...
No one wants that sourpuss looking at you, deadpan.
Oh, you're
dead
crazy.
eyes.
You're crazy. I want someone to work in my bar who I know has it in them to be the leader of a revolution.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
You want her to start an anarchist revolution against robots?
Dude, she's tough. She's tough. She's a tough lady.
Yeah, she's scary though. I wouldn't tip that girl.
Well, but we don't tip waitresses anyways. The bartenders are more important.
I tip waitresses.
Oh yeah, you do. You tip everybody.
I do. Here's $5. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Who else was on your list? Who were you thinking about?
Kirby Kegger from St. Elmo's Fire.
Yep.
He's kind of a stalker.
A little bit.
Kerbo. I want to say
unhealthy.
Kerbo.
A little unhealthy.
Yeah. But I respected Billy's wife came in with a date.
Yeah.
And he still served him.
Played chill. Yeah.
So, and also the random waitress from Rain Man. Remember when
Yeah.
That's Bonnie Hunt. That's Helen Hunt's sister.
Helen Hunt's sister. Yeah, you're right.
So she just seems sweet, and she like dealt with Ray pretty nice.
Sure.
So
we'll go with Jenny then.
Absolutely not.
No, it's all right.
Phoebe Cates. Oh my God. People come just for that.
I'll give you Phoebe Cates. All right, so
I won one.
This is going to get complicated. This is like that 12 Days of Christmas song that I can never remember. Slaughtered Lamb, Carlton Whitfield, Dalton is a bouncer, and...
Do you want me to write this down?
Yeah, please type this down so we can repeat them. And then Phoebe Cates is our our waitress.
Mo.
Max.
My laundry's done.
And?
I need to fold it.
What do you mean you need to fold
No
it?
creases. I need no creases.
In this dojo, there's no creases?
Yes. Sweep the leg.
Well, if you need to fold your laundry, we can take a break, but you know what I'm going to say.
We got to do our ads first.
Got to do our ads first.
Vegetables before dessert.
Here we go. Buzz in the Tower is brought to you by Capsiva Pain Relieving Gel. And I can tell you that if you're sitting at a table across from a guy who has to go to the bathroom every 25 minutes, you're going to get arthritis, you're going to get muscle soreness, psoriasis. Capsiva is all natural. It's okay. Capsiva is all natural and designed to increase blood flow for the healing and pain relief process. Try it for free at capsiva.com. That's CAPSIVA.com. And Max, I'm an old man and I need this kind of stuff. It works. It's great stuff.
Yeah, it's like Wilford Brimley in Cocoon. You know what I mean? You feel revitalized.
That's exactly what it's like. Buzz in the Tower is also brought to you by Lindsay Larrabee Photography. If you've checked out our website, hopefully you have. You've seen the amazing photos that were put up there. Lindsay,
so good.
Yeah, Lindsay and her team did all of those.
She teased my hair.
She was fun to work with. Just made the whole experience really exciting for us. She has been taking photos of families, children, and smiles in Metro Detroit since 2017. She loves what she does, and it shows. She works with her clients, catches everything in the moment, and adores watching the connections and relationships unfold in front of her lens. If you mention Buzz in the Tower, you get $25 off any family session in 2021. You can find Lindsay on our website under our sponsors page. Check her up and get some work done. She is fantastic.
Yeah, she made us look good. She can make anyone look good.
So this is rounding out. Now we got an important position because you know as well as I do that after you have a couple cocktails at the bar, you need some deep fried chicken fingers.
Chicken fingers.
So we need a short order cook.
Yeah.
Max, I think you're starting off this one. Who do you have for your short order cook?
This is my favorite pick.
Okay. Your favorite of everything?
I think it's my favorite movie of the 80s.
Wow.
So, and he gives my favorite speech of all time.
All right. I'm ready.
So I'm going to Elmo, Vision Quest.
Pele gets excited and he rips off his jersey and starts running around the stadium, waving it around over his head. Everybody's screaming in Spanish. I'm here sitting alone in my room. I start crying. Yeah, that's right, I start crying. Because another human being, a species which I happen to belong to, would kick a ball, lift himself. The rest of us sad-ass human beings up to a better place to be, if only for a minute.
You love Vision Quest.
Love it. It's so weird. Yeah. It's inspirational. Journey's playing.
Yeah.
And Elmo, first of all, makes a mean burger.
He does.
So that's impressive.
Okay. At least he's a cook, not like your other ones where you're
Yeah.
like stretching 100 yards to get like to the
No,
point.
he is as career a cook as I've seen at the hotel that Loudon works at. Fun, blue-collar guy, likes to arm wrestle, but seems like he works hard. And he likes to have a drink, you know what I mean? Yeah. So the last scene, the small, sad apartment he has, and there's like a bottle of hooch on the dresser.
Yep.
And he's wearing his one suit to Loudon's match.
Yep.
To fight. Who's he fighting? Wrestling? Shoot?
Shoot. Yeah.
So I know this guy. Like, I've seen this guy 10 times. You've seen this guy 15 times created at the bar. You know what I mean? This is the cook that just life has been kind of rough to.
We should note that almost every cook that we worked with at the Deuce in Ann Arbor was a very interesting human being.
Yeah. Well, I think cooks in general, you know what I mean? Like the short order ones.
Short order ones,
It's
yeah.
a little unlucky in life. Leopard can't change his spots.
Do you remember the cook from Heat?
I think the guy who threw his boss out. The president from 24.
Yeah.
Love him.
Allstate.
Yeah.
The Allstate guy.
God, I love Heat so much.
Oh, Heat's such a good movie.
I would pick him if this was a 90s one.
Oh, yeah,
that's my
for
first
sure.
pick.
Yeah,
He could be
I know.
my wheelman after.
I just always think about how like he was just such a nice guy and he was just short order cook and hated it and
Yeah.
wanted to murder everyone.
So Elmo seems to like his job though too.
Yeah.
Plus, this is the best sports speech ever given in film.
Ever.
I cried so hard during. I didn't even know this was coming.
You cried? You never cry.
Like a baby. Like
You wept. You wept.
I watch this probably once every couple days now. So it's not about the 6 minutes. It's about what happens in those 6 minutes.
Oh, man.
So he can fire them up before the before a shift.
Before a shift, right?
Yeah.
That's all we need is a bunch of short order cooks running around like
You
they're
didn't
in
like
the
the
Olympics.
speech?
It's not a bad speech. It's a surprising pick. That's all.
Because the sports speech usually it feels forced from a person. This felt
Felt
like
natural. It
yeah,
did. Yeah, I agree.
A little black and white TV, Pele.
Here's the problem. Again,
I'm getting sidetracked.
A little sidetracked. It was okay. You love
But
this.
he's a good pick.
I knew you'd find a way to talk about this movie at some point because you're in love with this movie.
Yeah.
For me, I'm a simple guy. I want my short order chef to be
a Muppet.
The Swedish Chef.
Is it really?
It's a Muppet.
No way.
I got so angry when you said that. I was like, well, you totally killed
I was
the
making
concept.
fun of it.
No, it's all right. I mean, the Swedish Chef.
I do like him. Can you understand him?
Yes, I speak fluent.
But he only makes felt food.
No, he doesn't make only felt food.
Is it real food?
What do you? I can't even dignify that with a response.
Can we afford him? He's
Yes.
a professional chef. He's got the chef hat and everything.
He does, but
give me Beaker instead. I'd rather have Beaker.
Beaker's not a chef. Why don't you understand how this works?
Science food.
Science food.
There's honeydew. There's a honeydew in there.
Oh my God, yes. I picked the Swedish Chef because when you think, even though I love the Muppets, take the Muppets out of it for a second.
You can't take the Muppets.
Yes,
in
you
anything.
can. Follow me on this. Based on your experience at the Deuce in Ann Arbor with the chefs that you've worked with, most of them are like the Swedish Chef. True or false?
None of them are.
Really? Most of them are.
Most of them are like Elmo.
No, most of them are difficult to understand. A little erratic.
No, hard
and
drinking.
throwing knives up in the air.
No, that's not what they're doing.
Yeah, you're wrong. You're
the
wrong.
world's been mean to them.
No, false.
Don't make me not pick Elmo. I am picking Elmo. Not felt Elmo either, all right? That'll tickle me. Vision Quest, all right?
All right, again, I've got bigger ones coming up. I'm not going to fight you hard on this, but I will point out one thing. The Swedish Chef is a renowned chef.
By what?
By all measures. All measures.
What awards has he won?
The Gurging Flurgen. Very famous Swedish Chef Award. Obviously, you've never heard of it.
An incomprehensible felt.
Burk.
This is weird.
You're weird. All right, so we've got, and by the way, if we got the slaughtered lamb, it makes sense to have the Swedish. Whatever. I'm not gonna.
Elmo's gonna thrive with the slaughtered lamb.
Fine, you got Elmo. Yeah. I'm not gonna fight you. You got Elmo.
I'll arm wrestle you.
But right now, you've got Kate and Elmo, so you better be aware. I'm coming strong on the next couple.
If it was named St. Elmo's Fire and he was the mascot.
Slaughtered lamb.
Okay.
Carlton Whitfield. So name of the bar, Slaughtered Lamb from American Werewolf in London. Our backroom bookkeeper, Carlton Whitfield from Secret of My Success.
Yep.
Dalton, our cooler and bouncer from Roadhouse.
That's a great pick.
Kate, our waitress from Gremlins.
BB Kate.
And Max, rounded out.
Elmo from Vision Quest.
All right. Now we are moving on to...
It's glorious.
Our DJ.
Yeah. Very important.
Very important.
So are we a band place or are we a DJ place?
We're doing both.
We're doing both.
We have to have a DJ and a band.
Are they going to be playing at the same time?
Well, maybe.
That's kind of cool.
I'm not saying they're not, but you certainly could have both. So we'll start with DJ.
Okay.
Actually, to your point, we'll bang out. We'll do a twofer. I'll do my DJ and my band, and then you do your DJ and your band. Am I up or are you up?
You're up.
I'm up. I'll do my DJ and my band.
You just gave us a Swedish Chef.
That's right.
Monstrosity.
Well, you've destroyed me on the Swedish Chef. I bet you that you're going to agree with my DJ, and I think you're going to agree with my DJ and my band.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
My DJ, Lloyd Dobler. Say anything.
I like it.
Technically a DJ.
Is
because
he?
He took a boombox and he put a set list together and he played it.
Was it a set list or was it just in your eyes?
If you refute Dobler, I have a backup. I threw it in there. It's like my Mr. T, but I could accept that you don't think that. You know what? I'm gonna toss it.
If a DJ played
just one song
in your eyes,
I'll kill him.
No, in your eyes for 4 hours, I'd do that.
No, I'm gonna kill him because I don't want to be you. I'm gonna be a hypocrite. Yeah, I want to be a hypocrite. You went through your Mr. T thing. I want to be a hypocrite. I'll give you a true DJ.
Okay.
Louis Skolnick, Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise.
Party people in the place. Here's the story about some guys that are bound for glory. I'll get right down to the nitty-gritty. The Triple L crew is gonna rock this city. I'm the L-A-M, the A and the R, the man on the mic that they call Lamar. And there's a couple of things that I'd like to say about Prop 15. It's not okay. Now, I'm no jock, no football hero, but that don't mean I'm an absolute zero.
Haven't seen it. Is he the same dude who played the violin?
No.
Oh.
He is the...
Oh, no way. That's pretty good.
Skolnick goes to the National Greek Conference in Revenge of the Nerds 2 as the representatives of the Trilams. And the meatheads, right?
Yeah.
The alpha betas, they all want to find a way to get rid of the Trilams. So they come up with Proposition 15. Have you ever heard of Proposition 15? It's very, very political. I can tell you about it right now. Basically, it would require physical as well as academic standards to be met by everyone at the conference.
That's not fair for the nerds.
Right.
Yeah.
You get the whole night, so you understand the passion. So the nerds have to put on a concert to get everyone's attention to vote no on 15. And that's where we see Louis Skolnick as the DJ making different synth moves, and they have all these other guys that are rapping and singing and playing the violin.
Yeah, the first one they were pretty musical too.
But he's the DJ.
Yeah, I do like that.
There you go. I'll go with Louis Skolnick. My band selection, a little group called the Pinheads from Back to the Future. Marty McFly's band.
Okay,
from Back to the
fun.
Future.
All right. We're the Pinheads.
Next place.
Fun.
Now, tell me that you wouldn't want to hear him playing covers of Huey Lewis every night at the Slaughtered Lamb.
Too darn loud, though.
I know he's too darn loud, but it's still a great band.
But he goes off the rails with his guitar a little bit.
But there's nothing wrong with that. Johnny Be Good, way down in Louisiana, down in New Orleans, way
That's
back
true.
up in the woods around the. I can't even speak English.
Are we gonna have a butterfly effect though? Carlton, if he sees him, are they gonna like both explode? We got 2 Michael J. Foxes in our
It
bar.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. It does not matter.
People are gonna be weirded out that there's 2 Michael.
I want to go on record saying that Carlton Whitfield is a pro at being Clark
two
Kent
people. Yeah,
Superman
you're
and
right,
not being
you're
in the
right,
same
you're
place
right,
at the
you're
same
right,
time.
you're right.
Max, give me your DJ, give me your band.
Okay, I think I got you beat on one. You can take a wild guess on each one. So DJ, I'm going for a pioneer, someone who like revolutionized the field.
Okay.
Someone who even you could say defined the field and started it of
All
DJing.
right. All right.
Go on the Predator.
The Predator's not a DJ.
He's recording Billy laughing and replaying it. He's replaying it. And think about it. We could have those LED screens of all the infrared stuff.
This is significantly more ridiculous than the Swedish chef, just so you know. So I'm striking it immediately. Either you give me your other DJ selection or move the band.
The one I think I might win with, I'm going Tim Capello.
Tim Capello.
Do you know who that is?
I don't know who that is.
Do you like a little movie called Lost Boys?
I love Lost Boys. Oh, is this your band or your DJ?
Yeah, it's my band.
Oh,
I already picked the Predator.
You're good. I thought this was your DJ, and I'm like, there's no DJ in Lost
No.
Boys. Oh, got it.
He's shirtless. He's muscular. He's got long hair.
Dude, I just took both.
Purple leather pants.
I just won both.
What?
I just crushed you.
You
on
don't want
both.
Tim Capello?
Nope.
What?
I want the Pinheads. I want a hard rock version of the the Power of Love.
Like,
Rock
and roll.
Yeah, come on.
All right, I'm not.
You can't fight me on either of these. You didn't even have one for DJ, and the Pinheads.
Okay, so we got the Predator
and Louis Skolnick.
Okay.
No, we got Louis Skolnick and the Pinheads. All right, Max. The Slaughtered Lamb, where we've got Carlton Whitfield in the back, Dalton in the front.
We do.
Kate serving food.
Thank God.
Elmo cooking it.
He's cooking it well.
Skolnick on the 2 turntables and a microphone.
I don't mind that.
And the Pinheads every Saturday night.
I'm salty we don't have the sax guy.
You don't need the sax guy.
I
the
want him.
Pinheads.
Can I get him as a special
You
guest?
got
once a
Marty
month?
McFly.
Once a month?
No.
Can Morris Day and the Time come by once in a while?
See, that's one that you could have made a case for. I would have actually listened. Oh yeah, we didn't even do that. What are some of the other bands that even came in close for you? I don't have any. I got one. Oingo Boingo was in Back to School.
Oh,
that was the band
yeah.
that played first at that bar, and then Thornton Mellon got them to play at the house party that he threw in the dorms. But
Right.
that was Oingo Boingo. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah. That was the only other band I could think of.
So I didn't want to go too Vision Quest heavy, but Madonna.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's
like
a
young
fun one.
Madonna.
Yeah, young. Very
or
young.
how about the Cherry Bombs?
The Cherry Bombs. That would have been good too.
Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck.
Oh
good
my
stuff.
God. Oh my God. All right. Guess what? Guess what we're doing now?
The big one?
Bartender.
Oh, my God.
Wait, are you up in rotation? You're up to go first on bar.
Yeah.
Oh, I would not want the crushing pressure. This is the big one. This, in my opinion, this is the big one. This is the toughest one, unquestionably. I've got a ton of like second, third places on this, but the first one is the tough one.
I'm a little nervous.
Well, if you pick the one that I have for first, I won't fight you on it. We'll just hold each other's hands and kumbaya it.
Well, I'm going to take someone's advice, and I'm just going to never show my surprise, and I'm never going to lose my cool. I'm going Coughlin.
I knew it.
Cocktail.
I knew.
You got to go with the vet.
No, I'm looking for a job.
I see. You want to put a hair in somebody else's cage. Just get canned?
I'm looking for something better.
Coughlin's law. Anything else is always something better.
Coughlin's law?
Douglas Coughlin. Logical negatives. Flourished in the last part of the 20th century. Propounded a set of laws that the world generally ignored. To its detriment. Me.
So, first of all, this movie is the definition of server life.
This is the movie that you want played at your funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, on the grave.
Yeah.
Giant
This
screen.
is it's not even that it's your favorite movie, it is your
Most realistic.
signature movie.
Yeah.
It's your signature movie.
Yeah. We talked about it last time that at 18, I'd show a kid this.
Yeah.
To be like, this is my life.
Why don't you say like a
Well,
related kid, not just some random kid? No, we keep this for sure. Definitely. Like, just to clarify, if you didn't listen to the other episode or if it's out of order.
It's like, hey kid.
Hey
here's
kid.
Cocktail.
Hey, the name's Max. Come watch Cocktail with me.
So, I mean, you could go Flanagan, but I don't want the dreamer. I want my B- bartender who's a little bit older, a little bit weathered.
Are you describing yourself right now?
I'm describing how I hire staff in general.
You're describing yourself.
I don't want the champ.
You're not a B-. You're like an A-.
No, I'm an A+, okay?
Well, let's calm down. Let's just take a deep breath.
But Coughlin knows the rules of bar life. He's like made his peace with it. And if you can get Kelly Lynch mid-80s to like give you all her money, just give me that guy.
I think you're in love with him more as a person than as a bartender.
He's a great the flair bartending is good.
Well, he has mental health issues. He's suicidal, and he's an alcoholic.
Well, I'm not going to give him money for stocks.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
$500 bottles of amaretto, though.
He does have Coughlin's laws are the best. I know you know
Bury
some
the
of them.
dead. They stink up the joint.
I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of good stuff, right?
Anything else is always something better.
Right. Coughlin's diet, cocktails and dreams.
All these rules are terrible.
They're awful.
They're really bad.
They're terrible.
But I think he's a charming, tall Australian dude. And he's been working at Fridays for like 20 years, probably too.
Right.
I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And he'll do anything for $1. I don't know.
We're gonna fight on this. This is the big one. I'm going Brian Flanagan.
No,
the young buck.
I see America drinking the fabulous cocktails I make. America's getting stinking on something I stir or shake. The sex on the beach. The schnapps made from peach. The velvet hammer. The Alabama slammer. America, you're just devoted to every flavor I've got. But if you want to get loaded, why don't you just order a shot?
No.
The dreamer. First of all, you can't, for all the positions you're going to hire, your bartenders have to have the highest degree of integrity because they're the ones who can really screw you the most.
So integrity means impregnating a girl and then just leaving her?
He didn't leave her.
He tried to leave her.
He did not. He came back. And by the way, Coughlin would not have come back, just so we're clear.
No.
Don't get into a moral debate with me over Coughlin versus Flanagan.
I think I prefer my bartender to be more focused on his work, though, actually.
That's my whole point. Let me tell you who's the most focused on their work. Someone who has just gotten married and has a young child and needs to make money.
But he wants to own his own bar. He doesn't want our bar.
Maybe, unless we give him a good deal. We give him a good deal. But then we use him to build up our crowd, to build up our reputation. And
it's
then
Addicted to Love, the only thing we're going to play. Actually, that works now because the band's going to play Addicted to Love.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. He loves that song.
He does.
Yeah.
So think about like me. When I came back to bartend, when I had gotten married and life was slowed down, that's when my best bartending took place.
Okay.
When I was in college, it was mediocre at best.
No, it was better when you were energetic.
False.
Wait, now
False.
I'm arguing the wrong point.
You are. Thank you. You're making my point. We're going Flanagan.
No.
All right. Before we land on who we're going on,
I guess
who else did you have?
Well, no, actually, the bar poet thing puts it over the top. That your guy can actually wax poetically.
And we've got more years of him. I can't point this out to you enough. Coughlin is on his last leg, and he wasn't even bartending. He basically at the point where he
they were flipping bottles to each other.
Yeah, but the point where he met that woman, he was set up financially. It was only a short matter of time before he just sat back and hung out on the boat and didn't do anything.
But Flanagan was really flustered in the beginning. Coughlin was cool from the beginning.
Coughlin taught him how to not be. I
want the teacher, not the student.
This is funny. This is you and me, Max. Yeah. I'm the teacher. You're the student, but you're the young buck. You got it. You've got it in your eyes.
I don't know. Young Tom Cruise.
I can't whisper without saying something from Predator. Like I go to kiss my kids goodnight. I'm like, good night. Anytime.
Like, Dad, what are you talking about?
Like, why are you whispering also? That's super weird.
All right, other bartenders.
Who you got?
Lloyd from The Shining, if he's real.
That's a great one.
Is he real?
I mean, I guess you count it as being real.
He's just very matter of fact, very kind of roll with the punches.
I almost picked that for one of my names of the bars, the Gold Room from the Overlook Hotel bar.
Oh, that is a
That was
good
called
name.
the Gold Room. I thought that would be
Little
kind of
stereotypical.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else you got?
Dolores from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, she was good.
Yeah.
Like, she stuck by her people. I'm not sure if she's a great bartender. Her pouring technique was kind of weird.
Yeah. I had Marion Ravenwood from Raiders of the Lost Ark. You brought that up earlier. Was
she a bartender?
She was a bartender.
Who drank 30 shots?
She could put him down. And then I was going to fight you on this. I know The Simpsons, although their popularity and the majority of what they were doing was in the 90s.
It's television. We are a movie show.
I know. There is a Simpsons movie, but the movie didn't take place in the 80s. So Mo Sizlak. I mean, Mo Sizlak is the best bartender alive.
Why would you want Mo?
Come on.
Pickled eggs and a shotgun behind
Mo's
the bar?
best. Mo's the best.
No.
There's an episode of The Simpsons.
Flaming Moe's maybe,
There's an episode of The Simpsons where they're all playing poker. And Homer says, I got to go to the garage. And Mo says, oh, the garage. Ooh-la-ti-da, Mr. Frenchman. And Homer says, what would you call it? And he goes, it's a cold. Everybody knows it's a cold. He's so angry. He finds flaw in everything. I love him.
Why do you want him there?
And my name's Mo, too.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the opposite of Flanagan.
I know.
Yeah.
But I still like Flanagan. Who we're picking.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can't take Coughlin over Flanagan.
I like the Australianness.
And by the way, we have like the most handsome staff ever. We got Swayze. We got
Swayze.
We got McFly.
Phoebe Cates.
Yeah, it's a good looking group. Looking group.
Two Michael J. Foxes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Technically 3.
Yeah. Who's the Who's the third?
Well, because it's Carlton Whitfield and Baxter. Baxter, is that his name?
Oh, yeah.
Because those two, then plus
Baxter the dog from Anchorman?
It's not Baxter. It's good. All right, so we've got the slaughtered lamb.
Do we have to do this every time?
No, we don't.
Yeah, it's getting redundant.
Everybody knows by now.
Yeah.
All right, well, Max, we've got our bartender. We've got everything set up. We need a promoter/hype man.
They're so sleazy usually.
Well, you were a hype man. I mean, you threw some of those like special parties that we would do at the bar, and you did a few at the other bar across town where you would get like music.
DJs,
where you get music groups. I'm so old.
We got the Predator.
You get the fancy music groups to come in and play their violins. But yeah, you were basically outside of bartending. You were promoting, and you were great at it.
It was fun. It's scummy.
It is scummy.
Yeah.
But that's
hey,
why you
come
loved
here.
it.
Pretty ladies.
The
what
name's
are you doing?
Max Sanders. We got lemons.
So who you got?
I don't think I'm first on this.
Oh, yeah. No, I went first with Coughlin.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. You're right.
We ended with Flanagan.
It's a good thing you remember things. I don't remember anything.
Yeah. Old man.
Real torn on this one. But I'm going to tell you who I'm going to go with because I think it's a little bit out of left field and it'll catch you off guard.
Hit me.
You ready? Apollo Creed.
Apollo, what made you decide to put on an exhibition fight with Drago?
Oh, let's call it a sense of responsibility.
Responsibility? How?
I had to teach this young fellow to box, American style.
Isn't Drago a little inexperienced to be in the same ring?
Well, some folks got to learn the hard way.
So no quick knockout prediction.
No, I'm not angry with him. See, I just want to show the whole world that Russia doesn't have all the best athletes.
Rocky, how do you think Apollo should fight Drago?
Well, personally, I think the first thing you better get Apollo is a ladder.
When he put together that exhibition fight with Drago and the fanfare, the hype, he got James Brown.
Dancing,
living in America. Get the guy. Jump out to do. I mean, it was the best. And nobody could promote a fight like him. I mean, he was just all show business.
That's very interesting.
Right?
I don't know if an oiled up giant Carl Weathers would be a guy I'd want to I'd follow him to anywhere.
Dude, he could get anybody to do anything. I mean, I know. So I use Rocky.
What's his availability though?
Well, he's
because he's dead.
He's not dead.
He's dead.
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work with what happens to them in the movie. You just stop butchering this.
So the heavyweight champion of the United States is going to be a promoter for
the slaughtered lamb. It makes perfect sense. This is so obnoxious. Now is when you decide to pick it apart and say this doesn't make sense.
Everyone else is.
Oh, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
How about Phoebe Cates from a movie about gremlins? Isn't she still getting PTSD therapy for being around alien gremlins?
No, she was fine.
Oh, she was fine. Yeah, she was good. Absolutely. Yeah.
Weird things happen.
Weird things happen, yeah. So Marty McFly, who was probably a little bit scarred from the whole time travel thing, you think he went back to the Pinheads?
All right, at least they weren't Muppets, okay?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Did we get any Muppets?
No.
You squashed all my Muppets.
Yeah, this is what you're saying.
What if I had accepted the Predator? He died too, Max. Do you remember that?
There's lots of Predators.
Only one DJ Predator.
No, they all have
And all of them died. Every Predator that DJ'd died.
Is there a correlation?
How many 80s Predators are there? Do you just understand why what you're doing could be easily dismantled?
I know, I don't like this. I'm not a good arguer.
No. Well, only when you make absurd arguments. Rocky IV, Apollo Creed. That's my hype guy. That's my promoter.
Got it. Heavyweight champ of the world is going to work at a bar.
Yeah.
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 So I'm going to go someone who actually...
I'm going to jump all over this. I can't wait for it to leave your mouth. Whatever it is, I'm going to max you on it.
Who actually promotes stuff. I'm going Styles.
Oh, he's not even real. He's not even a real person. It's a movie about werewolves. Oh, my God. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm a werewolf. What can I say? You're beautiful. Hey, what can a teen wolf do? Styles. Styles. This is just between you and me, okay? Yeah. TW. Look at you. TW, you're going to be glad that you came to me with this. Yes, because with the right angles, man, we're going to turn this into something monstrous.
The way he runs the party, the high school party.
Styles is my number 2 choice.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Like, what is that game they were playing, by the way?
Dude, he had t-shirts made like 10 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
They were like with Teen Wolf on them. He was making crazy money.
And they're like whipped cream on the ground while they're handcuffed together.
There's a lot of
What's
weird
going
stuff.
on?
I don't know. I never went to a party like
and
that.
the second that he turns into the Teen Wolf, he starts promoting it.
Yeah.
T-shirts, getting people to
Wasn't
the game.
even phased by it.
No.
Just saw an immediate financial opportunity.
And also, if you surf on a van outside, how cool is that?
Well, he didn't surf. Teen Wolf surfed.
He could surf, I feel like, too.
Well, he didn't, though.
Yeah. You know he was 28 when he made that movie?
I love Styles. Styles is great. He's no Apollo Creed.
That's a weird pick.
It's not a weird pick. He is the best hype man and promoter.
For boxing matches.
Okay, Styles is it's how hard is it to hype a werewolf, Max? Like there aren't a ton of werewolves
at the
out
party,
there.
before the werewolf, he was doing an awesome job at the party.
Max, he hyped in a small town with a group of 150 people. Apollo Creed, national coverage.
All right, we're not going to...
2 countries. Russia, middle of Cold War. Rocky. Come on. Apollo Creed.
But he died.
Apollo it is. Moving on.
No. Let's just split the difference and go Ren from Footloose.
Not doing Ren
Come on.
from Footloose.
What about Reverend Lithgow?
But he's not a promoter.
He promotes religion.
What madness is that? Ren, you could make a case.
Yeah,
Ren,
let's go Ren.
We're not going Ren.
We're not doing Apollo.
No, look, we'll be fair. Like, I obviously am right, so we should go with Apollo.
Fine, I'm going to win the next one, so fine.
Maybe.
No, definitely.
All right. Oh, well, the next one's the last one. So
Apollo
is it
Creed.
fair to do our long recap at this point?
Fine. You love doing the recap.
I do because it's awesome.
Okay.
So, Slaughtered Lamb from An American Werewolf in London is the name of our bar.
Right.
Carlton Whitfield is our office bookkeeper.
AKA Baxter.
Yep. Dalton is our cooler / bouncer.
First name or last name? Do we ever find out?
Dalton's his first name. I don't know if he has a last name, nor do I care. He's Dalton to me. I don't know. It might be his first name. I don't know. Dalton from Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Kate, the waitress from Gremlins.
Phoebe Kate.
Yes. Elmo, the short order cook from Vision Quest.
Not Tickle Me Elmo.
Not Tickle Me Elmo. Skulnick is our DJ, and he is from Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise.
Yeah. Predator's helping.
Right. Our band, the Pinheads, led by Marty McFly.
2 Michael J. Fox sightings.
Yep, from Back to the Future. Our bartender.
Disagree.
Mr. Flanagan himself.
It's Brian Flanagan.
I know.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh, I don't know why I got so excited.
Yeah, that was very... Okay, fine. Sorry.
I think
it's Brian. It's okay. It's Brian.
I think the Mr. T changing his name thing.
You're still a little sensitive to that? That's fine. Our hype man.
This is insane.
The one and only
This
Apollo
makes
Creed.
no
It
sense.
makes perfect sense. You'll sleep on it. You'll feel better about it in the morning. And that leads us to the last piece of the puzzle.
Regular.
So for the regular, no holds barred, no rules, no regulations. You do whatever you want to do.
Could be Johnny Five.
Could be anything you want
Darth
for your
Vader?
regular. But the thing you have to take into mind,
Lando?
into account.
Lando
actually would make a really good regular.
He would.
The thing you have to take into account for the regular is this is the person that you are going to have to see every day. You're going to walk into the bar and he's going to be there from when you open to when you close.
Barfly.
Yeah. He's your silent Ben.
Might as well
he's
be a chair.
He's your no cover guy.
You love these people.
Because they're super weird. That's why my choice is super weird.
You're first. So.
Oh, I'm first? No,
Yeah.
I'm going to swap it. I want you to go
Nope.
first.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely not true.
I want you to go
No,
first.
you're not doing that. You got Apollo Creed and you got to go second. Hit it.
Chunk from Goonies.
What?
I want Chunk to be my regular.
You want a lying child.
I do. I think it'd be so much fun to have Chunk sitting in there.
There's going to be like child abuse. They're going to make him truffle
No,
shuffle
he'll just
all
eat.
the time.
Just feed him. Just keep feeding him.
He's going to get drunk.
No,
that
he
kid
won't.
is-
I'm not going to give him any booze.
Yeah, that's really going to work out. Like
I'm kidding. It's not Chunk. It's
okay.
not Chunk.
Good. Sloth?
But no, not Sloth. Yeah, Sloth would be a really good
No one.
Max, my regular is the very famous, very talented Frank Duke from Bloodsport.
Teach me. I can do it.
You are not Japanese. You are not a Tanaka.
You told me using any technique that works. Never to limit myself to one style. To keep an open mind.
What?
To honor you, Shidoshi.
What?
He would be. I'm thinking about the bar we worked at, the Deuce.
Yeah, muscular with like.
He reminds me. He reminds me of some weird dudes. Like your regular has to, for me. The regular has got to be. It's not like Norm from Cheers. Like I want my regular to be like a super weird dude. Frank Duke fits my mold. He is my regular.
He's lethal too.
I know.
How are we gonna kick him out?
No, well, we got Dalton. That's why we've got Dalton.
They're gonna kill each other.
It could be so entertaining. People love coming
For a
there.
day.
Max, Frank Duke. I gave it to you.
I don't like that at all. I got the winner. It's easy. I'm going Ty Webb, Caddyshack.
Can I ask you something?
Sure thing. Shoot, Timmy.
Danny,
Danny.
when you were my age, did you ever have trouble deciding what you wanted to do with your life?
No, I never had that problem, really. Why?
Forget it. I didn't think you'd understand.
You take drugs, Danny?
Every day.
Good. So what's the problem?
I don't know. I gotta go to college. I gotta.
Danny, this isn't Russia. Is this Russia? This isn't Russia, is it?
Nah.
I didn't think so.
I'm gonna end up working in a lumber yard the rest of my life.
What's wrong with lumber? I own 2 lumber yards.
I notice you don't spend too much time there.
Not sure where they are.
Oh wow, that's really good.
Yeah, loves a good cocktail, fun flirt, and he has random checks laying around for $70,000.
Yeah,
so you can pretty much charge him whatever you want.
No, you're right.
You can play the piano. Let's say we have a piano around. Could he do the thing? Can you do the thing?
I was born to love you.
Do it again.
I was born to lick your face.
Yeah.
But you were born to love me first.
Danny, do you take drugs? Every day. He's just a goofy, fun guy. And he's good looking.
I'm giving you Ty Webb.
Good looking.
But can we have Frank Duke there when we do like our grand opening?
I don't want him near my bar. And do you know the guy who's based on, Frank Duke, the actual guy? Was
also crazy.
A big liar.
Yeah.
That whole movie is schlock.
Hey.
No, it's fantastic schlock.
I know. Yeah. Easy.
Did you have any other runners up?
I don't.
Okay.
I did. My only runner up was Chunk, and you destroyed him. You said I couldn't use Chunk.
Montgomery Brewster from Brewster's Millions.
Oh, that's a really good one.
Yeah, 30 million in 30 days.
Yeah,
oh my god,
you would love. That's you. That's you would love.
I want the whales. I actually looked up online the 50 most wealthy movie characters of all time, and I picked out the 80s one. So Gordon Gekko, $2 billion.
Yeah,
probably a little bit of a jerk.
Yeah.
But Tony Montana.
Oh, that's a good one. Tony would have been a really good one.
I'm the bad guy. Just gets up. There'll be some shootouts though. Dalton is his hands full.
Yeah.
Or Biff Tannen apparently is worth $3.1 billion.
Yeah.
Future Biff.
Biff. Well, in the Trump version. Yeah.
I don't know if I want him there though.
No, he's
bad hang.
He's not a good guy. Final recap, Max.
Oh, also, can we have the tiger from Scarface?
No.
In the cage?
No tigers.
No?
It's animal abuse. I don't like that. Haven't you watched Tiger King? I don't want anything to do with that.
Fine.
I
like what we did.
Yeah. I'm happy with this bar.
There's a bounce.
It's going to be successful.
Yeah. All right, MG. What's the name of our awesome bar?
The Slaughtered Lamb from An American Werewolf in London.
And who's our accountant?
Carlton Whitfield, a.k.a.
We've been calling him Baxter. That's not his name.
It's not his name.
Yeah.
What is the other name?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Bradley Whitfield.
Bradley Whitfield.
No,
Carlton Whitfield. Now you're confusing me even more. Oh, that's so good. No, it was Carlton Whitfield and Brantley Foster.
There we go.
Yeah,
weird
we
names.
Weird, very weird names.
So who's our bouncer? Who's our head of security?
The only one that could do the job. Dalton from Roadhouse.
Big D. And we got waitress. Who got?
We've got Kate, your girl, Phoebe Kate, right?
Phoebe Cates, right?
Phoebe Cates.
Cats?
Yeah. Kates.
I don't know.
Cats.
Fast.
Phoebes played
married to Kevin Kline.
Yeah. So Kate from Gremlins.
Yes. Cook. We got my boy Elmo.
Your boy Elmo from Vision Quest.
Yeah. DJ Band. I disagree.
Lewis Skolnick
Yeah.
from Revenge of the Nerds 2. And our band, the Pinheads from Back to the Future.
Do the laugh.
From Back to the Future?
No, there's no laugh from
I was like, I didn't think there was one from Back to the Future.
How does Doc Brown laugh? Ah. Nah.
No, I've never done a Doc Brown laugh. You really put me on the spot for something I've never done.
Come on, Lewis Skolnick.
Skolnick I can do.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yes.
All right. I was like, what the Doc Brown? I thought you were talking about Billy. Bartender. The one and only Brian Flanagan.
It's true. Tom Cruise as your flagship of your bar is pretty good.
He's the best.
Around?
Everybody knows this.
Promoter is insane.
No, it's not. Apollo Creed.
The heavyweight champ of the world.
Do you know what comes with Apollo Creed? James Brown.
Does he?
Yeah, opening night.
Yeah.
Living in America.
And regular, we got Ty Webb.
Ty Webb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caddyshack.
It's a solid regular.
Yeah. So now we need to just build this up.
Yeah, so if anyone's listening and they've got, was it
$30 million?
30? Well, you're going to have to pay something. Like Apollo's not going to be cheap.
Dalton's $5,000 up front, $500 a night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. You're giving me all this hell about Apollo. Like, Dalton's not alive anymore either. Patrick Swayze passed away. You just, you vacillate in and out on all these things.
The character's still alive. Dalton's still alive.
We don't know that.
We know that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You might be right.
Apollo Creed's dead.
No, he's not. He died in
He's on The Mandalorian.
He died surfing.
He's Chubbs. He's Chubbs.
No, listen. I know for a fact Dalton died in a surfing accident on
That's Bodie.
on
That's
Bells Beach.
That's
Bells
Bodie.
Beach, Australia.
The
100-year storm.
Do mixed Swayzes, all right? He's still Dirty Dancing with Baby.
Oh, he is Johnny. What a great
Wolverines.
Yeah, there you go too, right?
Slaughterhouse. Team
there you
Slaughterhouse.
go. Team Slaughterhouse.
Wait, no, Team Slaughterhouse.
Stop calling it Slaughterhouse. The Slaughtered Lamb. The Slaughtered Lamb.
I said so confidently. You just went with
Oh,
it.
you did. All right. Well, Max, it's 2 a.m. The bar is closed.
Lights are on. Finish your drinks.
Turn the lights back off, please.
Oh, man, that's what you look like?
Yeah, please turn that back off. We built the perfect bar. I don't think anyone could argue that.
Absolutely perfect.
Right? The Slaughtered Lamb lives another day.
So mad I didn't get
So
the name.
so mad. As a reminder, follow us on social media, any channel, anytime. Max doesn't sleep. All he does is stays up 24 hours a day, pumping out memes, jokes, and awesome content.
And dreaming of Club SL.
Big time.
Yeah.
At Buzz in the Tower, find us, like us, follow us. And then for Apple Podcast and Spotify, please subscribe and also leave nice, beautiful reviews and lots of stars.
Flowing words, lots of adjectives.
Big time, big time. We have enjoyed you. We hope you've enjoyed us, and we'll see you soon.
Later.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.